So today I thought I'd have a little bit of fun and I'm gonna be ranking some of the dunks in my bag on a tier list. Hopefully I'll make a few more of these. We're gonna see how it goes. So I'm kind of just winging it with this recording. I don't really know what I'm doing, but a couple things about the tier list. These dunks will not consider any variations. So when I have a windmill here, I mean my natural lefty windmill, the one that I always do. I'm not doing like reverse windmills or two-hand windmills or anything like that. So the dunks are as they're shown. With that out of the way, our first dunk is a windmill. A true S tier. We're starting off with a good one. A good windmill. It's a great warm-up dunk. I can jump pretty high on them, so I feel like I get like a good feeling of flight time. They're great for contests and shows, and I don't really miss them ever. So overall, good old reliable. I think they look cool. They feel cool. Easy. Great dunk. All right, next on the list, we have a behind the back. So behind the back, for those who've known me for a while, it took a long time for me to land my first one. Like maybe like 6 months of like constant low rimming and attempts of only doing behind the backs. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, behind the back, getting a B tier from me. This dunk is frustrating and has been frustrating for over a year of my life. Even my makes, I don't really love the way they look. Like, I think they look kind of meh. I kind of don't really get good punches on them. And I don't know. They're kind of a pain in my butt for not that great of a reward. Like, I don't know. And also, if you don't do them every session, like if I go a week without trying it behind the back, I lose all technique. And like, I have to relearn the dunk all over again. It's just a very annoying dunk for me. And it doesn't even like look that cool. Next on the list, we got a scorpion. A scorpion, for right now, I have plans for a scorpion in the future. But as I am right now, I think the scorpion is getting a C tier from me. Off one, this dunk is really annoying. It's like, it's not super hard, but I need so much space to do it that it's just a frustrating off one. It's just an annoying dunk to do off one, and I'm not really consistent at it. It does look cool though. It does look cool. So actually, I'm gonna bump this up to a bottom of B tier thing, because I do like the way the dunk looks, but it's just so annoying to do off 1 foot that it's just kind of a pain. J-Rich East Bay. It's definitely better than a windmill. This dunk has caused me a lot of pain. There was like a solid 4-month period after I hit my first one that I just could not make a second or third one. Like, it was so hard for me to make J-Riches for some reason, even though I'd already done the dunk before. I just couldn't do it. I don't know why, but that dunk caused me a lot of pain, which sucks. However, right now, I don't miss this dunk. My last 3 J-Riches, I was sick and injured, and I made all 3 of them. So the dunk is very consistent for me now, and I think it looks pretty sick because I naturally do a J-Rich because I'm left-handed. I think it's a really unique dunk that kind of sets me apart from a lot of other dunkers, and it's very consistent. Easy crowd pleaser. S tier. Reverse pump. Reverse pump is a fun one, and another pretty easy crowd pleaser. I'd kind of treat it like a windmill, where I can do it pretty easily and people kind of like it. So I think this is gonna be our first A tier. I think windmills are a little bit cooler for me, and the reverse pump does aggravate my adductor injury, which is annoying right now. But I do love how the reverse pump looks, and it's pretty easy. I think windmills are a little easier for me than reverse pumps. It's a little bit more consistent, but I do think reverse pumps are really solid. So yeah, because they're an easy crowd pleaser, They feel great to hit. I get to jump really high on them. Solid A tier. Only docking points because it hurts my adductor. 360 straight to C tier, straight to the bottom. I can't spin for the life of me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Off 1 foot, it's impossible. I swear. I've done it before, but it feels horrible. And off 2 feet, it's better, but still just annoying. And here's the thing. Spins look cool to me. I love 360 dunks and 360 variations. I love any sort of spin dunk. But it's just so hard for me and is so aggravating for me to go for. I cannot put it above a C tier. I suck so much at spins and it pisses me off. So it's going to stay in C tier where it belongs. If I ever revisit this list in the future and I'm cranking out 360 reverse windmills or really cool 360s in general, I'll bump it up. But for right now, I hate this dunk. One-hander. I think a one-hander can go right above behind the back just because it's like, it's easy, but it's not like a really good crowd pleaser, really. The only way you're going to be pleasing a crowd with this is if you just jump really, really high, which is doable. Like, I have done that before. I can make them look really cool, but it's a little too simple. Like, at least a windmill or a first pump, you're doing something cool. A one-hander is just, can you jump high? And I think it's a little bit boring to me, but I do love how they feel and I love how they look. So, solid B tier, I think. I would say I enjoy going for a solid punched one-hander way more than anything else below it. So, top of B tier. Honey dip. A honey dip, I think it's got to go right behind reverse pump because honey dip, I've only done an actual honey dip dunk off of 2 feet, not off 1 yet, although that will change soon, I'm sure. But the honey dip is a really good dunk for me, especially while I'm injured. Like right now, I have some nagging shin stuff, but a honey dip is just an easy dunk for me. Well, easy. It's an easy dunk for me to do if I'm having a good jumping day because I can just run up and do it off 2 feet and it looks cool. I don't have a ton of dunks I can do off 2 feet that look cool. So I think I rate the honey dip a little higher than that just because it's something I can do off 2 that I enjoy doing. So whenever I can't jump off 1 foot, I'm pretty much always going to be doing a honey dip dunk. For that reason, it keeps me sane while I'm injured, and I do love how it feels. It's an A tier. All right, Ziani windmill. Ooh, that's a hard one. I think off my first instinct, Ziani windmill is going to go right between reverse pump and honey dip because my Ziani form isn't perfect, but when it clicks, it looks really nice. I think I have very cool Zianis when I get the full range of motion and I can jump pretty high on them. So I think it's a solid A tier just because on days I'm not jumping really, really high, my body will like automatically kind of cut off the range of motion and it doesn't look that good. If I hit a perfect Ziani every time, I think I'd have it like top of S tier. But because I have to be jumping really, really high to make it look good, I think it's just gonna be like an A tier. Like I can reliably hit Zianis. I can't reliably hit amazing Zianis. So I think that's why it's gonna go right below reverse pump. Because I think I can always do a reverse pump as long as my adductor feels good. That's where I'm putting Ziani. Tamala. My favorite dunk on this list by far. Like, even though I've only made it a handful of times at this point, the dunk feels so good. And I'm getting to the point where I think if I can just get these injuries healed, I should be able to hit a Tamala every session. Because on the days I'm actually able to jump, I'm like punching them with clearance right now. And it feels so good. Like, especially because it's one of those dunks that when I was first starting dunking was one I wanted to do. And now that I'm at the point that I'm doing them and doing them consistently when I'm having like uninjured days, it like has to be at the top of S tier for me. Even though obviously not as consistent as a J Rich, it just looks so much cooler to me. All right, well, a short little video ranking these 10 dunks. I hope you guys found it entertaining. If you did, make sure to like the video, tell me you liked it so I can make more of these. And yeah, take it easy, everybody.